It's Week 9 of the National Football League, and we'll see Tom Brady. He had a solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Bucs and the Rams, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 23.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Los Angeles Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Again, everyone, Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Well, for a little bit we thought his story had concluded, but not to be. Here's Tom Brady in his 23rd NFL season, leading the Bucs offense out once again.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
To the air right away is Brady. And his first look is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Brady to throw. He completes this to Russell Gage. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Brady to Gage for a Tampa first.
Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside, and I think his arm's gotten stronger throughout his career, too.
Yeah, you can just see one of many examples of why he's made more trips to the Super Bowl than any other quarterback.
Footwork, intelligence, competitiveness, that's Tom Brady in a nutshell.
The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week. 19 carries, 103 in the yardage department.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Yeah, he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Fournette, a first down carry. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, these 2 teams, you may remember, battled in the NFC division round last year, and that game was also here at Raymond James Stadium. The Rams ran out to a 27-3 lead. Before the Bucs and Tom Brady, they rallied all the way back. But in the end, former Buck Matt Gay hit the game winner at the gun, and the Rams advanced 30-27.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He's got Otten on the out route. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
The Bucs at 6-2 to start play. They come in off a loss last time out, but overall they've been playing pretty well. 6 wins and 8 prior to that defeat.
And the key for them, as I see it, tightening things up on defense because the offense did its part. They played well, but defensively, way too many lapses of big plays allowed. That ultimately doomed them in the rest.
They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Brady gives this to White. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Now Brady. And that is incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Succop's kick is good, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now here comes the Los Angeles offense and the man in charge of it in his 2nd season with the team, 14th overall, and what's been an impressive career, Matthew Stafford.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable. He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. A man who played his college ball in Tallahassee, here's Cam Akers.
And down right around the 42-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
Sharp move, but can't find much space. Drop just inside the 20. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
You see them communicating after that play. They both know that they missed a shot for a touchdown on that throw.
Gay's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away.
From the end zone, here comes Jalen Darden. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, trying to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First down, here's White. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. Got his man complete over the middle. It's White.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And Brady, the tight end's got it.
And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Leonard Fournette, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Week 9 here in the National Football League. We'll have 9 weeks to go after this. We've got a couple of good matchups in prime time to wrap up the first half of the season. Tonight, Tennessee and KC in the AFC. And then tomorrow night, an interconference matchup. Baltimore and New Orleans from the Superdome.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
Throwing again on second down. Stafford, he'll get this one to Cup, complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford.
Caught out left side by Robinson.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Stafford on first down. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. Touchdown, Rams. Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Rams are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
And it's Allen Robinson who caps things off with a touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Brady now on first down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That looked like a pretty good rate combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
All tied up at 10, 2 minutes left in the first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. On first down, Brady. And this is caught by Evans.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, it's Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessful.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you would end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist, you know, that good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On second and very short, Stafford under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Stafford now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And Gay knocks this one through, and that's going to tie us at 13. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Here's White. They set up the screen. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 2nd and 5.
Now Brady. This is White on the screen. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down.
He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he is going to have a Bucs first down by about 3 yards or so, as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Brady now on 1st down.
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Again, it's Brady. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Here's Powell on the return.
So we come upon halftime with a tie score, 13-all. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, all right, Brandon, very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the visiting Chargers who were able to come in and steal one on the road. Justin Herbert, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. Justin Fields leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. The Bengals made it through the first half of the year unbeaten, but they suffered their first loss of the year. They fall to 8-1. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams, and they were able to have some success throwing the football against the secondary. Look for that to continue as they try to break this deadlock. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked, and I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half. Second half straight ahead from Raymond James Stadium, both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. So for the call, let's get back over to Tampa and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
He starts with a give to Akers. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
So he thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's Stafford. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. So an opening drive interception to begin the second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
From the 29, Brady. Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, a 22. To throw is Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by David Long. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. After the interception, here's Stafford. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Henderson running straight ahead. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Stafford. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's got Otten. All that for a 2-yard gain. 2nd down. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Throwing now is Brady. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Up the gut, Fournette. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play,
and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing is Brady on third down. He's got White here. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, a 20-yard touchdown as they have taken the lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Succop for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford.
Across the middle, and this pass complete to Cooper Kupp.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now it's Stafford. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
We can't give out the calls on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
And here we go again with Tom Brady in Tampa's offense.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. You're just going to pick up a holding call.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw on target to Godwin here.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Fournette on the counter. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
at their own 20-yard line. Now Stafford. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Second down, it's Henderson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard and it brings up 4. Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Powering forward. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
That throw by Brady incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. A quick throw, but incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
On first down, they'll start out.
And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. A handoff to Fournette, and he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The last run got 3, now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Fournette.
52 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cade Otton. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Bucs are looking as if they'll move it to 7-2 as they add on to this lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead now up to 14. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
From the 31, Stafford. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Complete. Jefferson to target. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Stafford's throw here hauled in by Cup. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Stafford. They still can't get it, and he'll just get rid of it.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row.
And he is going to lose yardage here. On 2nd and goal, Stafford, touchdown!
Van Jefferson
from 6 yards away.
And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make or break onside kick. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Fournette, a 1st down carry, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Fournette once more on 2nd down.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On 3rd down, Fournette. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Stafford now to throw. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now it's Stafford.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. That's taken in by Henderson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. One last throw here for Stafford. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. It all came down to one final jump ball on the Hail Mary, but partner, the defense was ready, able to force it to be incomplete. Ball game over.
Look, let's face it, everybody wants to work the ball in closer and take a more high-percentage pass to try and tie the game. But the Hail Mary, that's what they had to work with. And now they're just hoping that their jumpers can get up higher and are stronger than the defenders. Not the case in this instance. They end up losing the game.
So for Tampa Bay, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town.